Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name's Sonia and on my channel we talk about health, lifestyle trends and travel. So if you like those topics, subscribe below, and my videos are released every Thursday, and if you want to be notified, hit the notification bell as well. So welcome and let's get on the way. So today we're going to be talking about coffee and does it have health benefits? Now let me just see. Oh, I've got one right here. Health benefits? Tastes pretty good to me, but some people don't actually like the taste of coffee, so that's fine. There are plenty of reasons why we enjoy a coffee. It gives us energy, makes us more alert and boosts our mood. So for some of us, we use coffee in the morning as a kickstart to our day. So it gives us that boost to get up out of bed and to start our day and to be able to function. Some people cannot function without their first cup of coffee, and that is why. So it's not actually the coffee bean itself, it's actually the caffeine in the coffee bean that gives this effect. And there's a McCrindle study that actually surveyed that shows that 75% of Australians have at least one cup of coffee a day. And so that's a fair few of us sipping on coffees. So if all of us are sipping on coffees, are there any health benefits or is it detrimental to our health? And so I've done some research to find out what's current, what's the literature saying, and it seems as if there is no real harmful effect of drinking coffee or the caffeine in the coffee if you're only drinking up to 3 cups a day and you're healthy. There is no detrimental effect to your health. In fact, there are studies that show there may be some beneficial effect to you drinking coffee. So if you're drinking a cup of coffee, an energy drink, eating chocolate, you are getting a larger amount of caffeine per day and need to look at things. So if you're starting to feel anxious and on edge, having trouble sleeping at night, they're all symptoms of actually too much caffeine in your lifestyle, and you need to actually document what you're drinking just throughout the day and how much caffeine you're actually receiving, so that you can address those issues. Because I have people say to me, I can drink a coffee before I go to bed and it doesn't affect my sleep. Well, it may not affect your sleep as such. You still may be able to go to sleep. However, the sleep quality is affected by caffeine. So if you want good quality sleep, and that's what we need to repair our bodies and to regenerate memory and be able to deal with what we've experienced during the day, then you need to be aware that drinking coffee late in the day can actually affect your sleep quality. So I like to finish or have my coffee by say 12:30, 1:30 at the latest, so that the effects of caffeine are well and truly out of my body system by the time I go and set myself off for sleep at night. So you might like to do the same. And definitely, there are symptoms of withdrawal. I mean, caffeine is considered a psychoactive drug, and when we don't have it, our body can have headaches, we can feel fatigued, and a lack of energy. So I do know that I experience caffeine, I call them caffeine withdrawal headaches, and I drink 2 coffees a day. So, the caffeine in the coffee also varies depending on what type of coffee bean you're using, how it's manufactured, how it's prepared. So, drip coffee, a plunge coffee, all those sorts of things. So I'm going to put a little snip it up beside me here, and you'll be able to see how much caffeine is in a particular type of coffee. And being aware that, of course, tea also has a certain amount of coffee. Instant coffee only has about 80 milligrams of coffee, and definitely you shouldn't be drinking more than 200 milligrams at a time. So, are there any problems with drinking coffee, say if you were pregnant or lactating? Yes, there is. Okay, if you're a coffee drinker, you should be limiting yourself to 1 coffee a day if you're pregnant or lactating, or definitely drink something like decaf, which has a smaller amount of caffeine in it. And it's just that caffeine does cross the placenta, and unborn babies don't have the process to deal with caffeine. And I guess when you're lactating and nursing a baby, they also can't get rid of caffeine as well, and you may have an unsettled baby. So not recommended for those particular groups, and definitely not for children. So in healthy adults, 3 to 4 cups of coffee a day, no detrimental effects. In fact, there are health benefits. And what are these health benefits with coffee consumption? It has been linked to several health benefits and even living longer. Coffee consumption has been shown to lower the risk of some cancers, type 2 diabetes, and liver conditions. There seems to be also beneficial associations between drinking coffee and things like Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's disease, and depression. And it is thought in the research that these benefits aren't from the actual caffeine, but as I said before, more from the components in the coffee, and the antioxidant and the therapeutic effect they have on the body, which gives this protection from these particular diseases. So, coffee contains anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 chemical components, and it is these bioactive compounds that actually have a wide range of effects, physiological effects on our body. Things like our respiratory system. Caffeine can act on our respiration system and induce bronchodilation, so actually opens up our airways. On our cardiovascular system, it increases our heart rate slightly and increases blood pressure in the short term, and it's only minuscule, it's not huge. And of course, in our urinary system, it causes mild diuresis. You know that if you have a coffee, in most people, very shortly after, they actually need to go to the toilet to pass urine. So mild diuresis effect on our gastrointestinal tract. So it affects our gastric secretion of hydrochloric acid and pepsin in our stomach, and also motility and biliary acid secretion. So if you have something like a reflux or gastritis, you shouldn't be drinking coffee. You need to find something else to drink, and coffee is not going to be your friend. Okay, and also caffeine has a thermogenic effect and stimulates lipolysis in adipose tissue, which is our fatty tissue. So in healthy people, so in summary, before we summarize, where do our coffee beans come from? So Brazil is our top coffee producing country with 40% of global supply, followed by then Vietnam, which has 20% of global supply. So, this is where our coffee beans are predominantly coming from. And in summary, we can say that coffee consumption has therapeutic benefits and has been shown not to be detrimental to our health as long as you're drinking coffee 3 to 4 cups a day. you're mindful of the other caffeine drinks or chocolate that you actually consume as well, and that you're monitoring that. And as long as you don't have things like gastritis, reflux, there actually can be therapeutic benefits to your consumption of coffee. So yay for that, because I do like my coffee. Mind you, I don't drink milk in my coffee anymore. I'm deleted most of my dairy products from my diet for health benefit reasons, and we may talk about them in another clip. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye and finish my cup of coffee so that I can have a good sleep tonight, because it's definitely after 12 o'clock during the day. So see you, and see you next time. Bye-bye.